Welcome everybody to episode number 9 of Minecraft Skyblock here on the Akuma MC server. Make sure to use my custom IP down below in the description to support me while playing on the server. For today's video, we are going to be going ahead and investing finally into the villager spawners. As you can see, we maxed out the second farm of iron golems. It's completely going. Same with the first farm. We have 2 fully made farms. And as you can see, I have 1.2 billion and I do want to start investing in villagers. And then eventually we'll swap out iron golems with villagers over time and then sell the iron golems to other players. At least that's the plan. But we are going to make a 9-chunk villager farm, so before we do anything, we do need to go ahead and buy some grass, and we're going to start building it over in this corner. So yes, in this corner is going to be the villagers. Let's go ahead and grab out my tools because I'm going to need them to actually build this. So we're going to go ahead, start getting everything situated. We'll get the platform and everything going before we place the spawners. We'll get the auto sell chests and everything. Also, I don't mention this really often, but make sure to leave a like on the video if you haven't already. It supports the channel and helps get the video out in the algorithm. I'd really appreciate it. So first off, we need to outline the center chunk, so we're gonna get that going. And I don't know, my plan is to get a decent bit of villagers in today's video. I don't know how many, but we'll see. I just want to get this farm producing a ton of money because we're making too much money to the point where our iron golems make too much. Okay, so I believe we need to go out 7 blocks of grass because the chunk is now full, so we need to put in 7 blocks. And then we'll put the stone brick layer upstairs in slabs. It is indeed 7 blocks, so we'll continue from there. All right, so I put out all these 7 blocks. Now we need to go ahead, outline this part, and then we should be able to probably go ahead and fill this all in once we're done outlining. Okay, so the outlining is done, so let's just fill this all in. Okay, so we're done doing the grass. Now I'm gonna go ahead and check out all these blocks because I bought a little bit too much. We'll buy 5 stacks of stone stairs. 5 stacks of stone brick stairs should be enough to do the outline. It is most definitely enough now that I think about it. Let's go ahead and use some stone slabs now. Let's get this going. Just gotta make it look decorated, similar to every other one of these platforms. And then we should be good and golden. All right, so we're done with all these stone brick and stone brick stairs. Now we gotta go ahead, place the auto sell chest down, get those going right before we start actually doing anything. I think we need more chunk hoppers if I'm not mistaken. So let's take a look, and we're gonna search hopper. Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some for money. 7 million, we'll buy that one because it's cheap. And I believe we need 9, so we need 2 more. So the cheapest one is 30 mil, and then the last one we can buy is a 40 mil one. That's really the only ones we can get. It is quite pricey, but I'm gonna get them just so then we have the farm going. I'd prefer to have this going right off the bat. So we got our auto sell chests, and then we need 5 regular chests if I'm not mistaken. Or no, we need 4. But we're gonna buy like, I don't know, 16, 17. So to get this started, we're gonna go ahead and actually place 2 chests, put a chunk hopper, break this chest, and put the auto sell. There we go, that's 1 chunk done. Now we'll go ahead and put it in 2 different chunks on this one. Put down the hoppers on top, and we're gonna break it on one side, and then put a auto sell chest here and do it on this chunk as well. 2 chests, and then we'll go ahead, grab out the hoppers, place those down, repeat the process, and there we go. That is all these chunks here except for these ones. Go down to here and get the hoppers, put down the auto sell. There we go. And then we do it right here, and then we should be fine. Last 2 hoppers, break the chest, and then we should be golden if I place this. There we go. So all the auto sell chests are now done. Now we got to get the pillars situated. I did have to adjust the pillars on the iron golem farms because one of the pillars wasn't even rendering and spawning iron golems. So yeah, we have to adjust it and make sure it's proper for the villagers. So quickly, I'm gonna get on the right height. So I'm gonna need stone brick, and I'm gonna go ahead just get on the right height of blocks that I need, and then we'll figure out where the pillars are gonna go. So let's get up to the right height. Okay, so I think we're at the right height. I'm gonna check really quick. Yes, we are. Okay, perfect. So now I gotta find the center. I didn't really find the center, what I should have probably done first. But if I'm gonna be honest, I think this is the center. I just gotta see if it lines up. So I'm gonna run in a straight line going towards the next spawner farm, and if I run into that and that, yep, there we go. Perfect. So this is the center pillar there. So now we need to go ahead and destroy this. Okay, so now we're gonna go out and see how far the block difference is from the borders. So it's 3 blocks and then the spawner. So 1, 2, 3, and then the spawner here. Now we do it on this side, and then this spawner is 2 blocks, so we're gonna go ahead and do 2 blocks. There we go, spawner figured out. And I'm pretty sure these ones are the same, so 1, 2, 3, and then a block here. I'll double check them here in a second just to make sure I'm not wrong. And then the back corner has to be, I believe, 1 block away. So it's gonna be on this one here. The reason for that is apparently it just doesn't render the back corner depending on how I build the farm. And the way I'm building it from this platform down here, it's always the furthest corner away from there that does need to have a pushed in block by one. It's just kind of how the farm has worked and our design, but it works good enough. One corner done there, and then we have the last corner. There we go, last corner's done, and then we gotta make the pillars actually like the height that they need to go to, and I believe it's 10 in each thing. So if I go ahead and actually split this up, grab out 10 blocks, should be able to get the right height if I just put a block above it. So it's 11 blocks each pillar. So I'm gonna fill all these in, and I believe we have a block on the bottom and the top of each pillar, so that would make it 12, and then within those 2 blocks is the 10 spawners. I thought I'd show the design and build it for this video specifically so you guys can get a better look at it. But then the center one, based off where we place our alt so it can render all the spawners, could go up about 5, I believe, blocks, but it would have to be 6 because that's where the person's gonna be standing. So right here is where they'd stand, so I'm gonna actually put 2 blocks and then break them. So the alt is gonna stand right here. So what I'm gonna do for the warp is is create warp Villy 1 because it's our first villager farm, and then we need to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But there we go, we have the villager farm done with. We just have to get spawners going. So I'm gonna empty all these chests from all the stone brick I was mining and whatnot, and now I'm gonna ask my island members for some gems. I'm gonna go ahead and get some gems off of one of my island members because I have none. I only have 300 and I need about 5,000, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those. So I got enough gems. I got 20,000 gems off of my island member Ernie, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy at least 1 fire scroll for now because we're gonna need one, and we're also gonna go ahead and do shop, and we're gonna buy some villagers. But before we do that, I'm actually gonna age search and see if there's any cheap ones. So I searched Vill and there's none on AH, so I guess we're gonna have to go ahead and just buy from shop like the normal people usually do for villagers. So a stack, how much is that gonna cost us? $500 million, so we can get at least 2 stacks. So we're gonna be working on 3 stacks in total. So let's see, how many can I get spare? We're just shy. We're literally 2 spawners away from having 3 stacks of villagers. I think I can just sell and get some money for these next ones, so I'll go ahead and do that really quick here. Okay, we definitely have enough. We have enough to buy 2 spawners. Let's go ahead and do /shop, go here, buy 2 villagers, and there we go. We got 3 stacks of villagers. So we're gonna put them in the middle chunk to start with because I think that's the easiest chunk to work with, and we'll put them down here. But first I do need to get my alt over here, so let me get my alt over. I have requested my alt to be sent over. Let's see if it comes over here. Okay, so I got my alt over here. We got Not Connor alt 4, and all the other farms should be working in a second here. I did have to relaunch my alts. There we go, the alts are working now. So I guess that means we can go ahead, start placing villagers. Let's go ahead, place a spawner down, put in a fire scroll, and start placing a ton of villagers. So the thing is with the villagers, you're supposed to get at least looting scroll level 1, what is just 10,000 gems, but I don't really have enough for that, so we are gonna go ahead and actually go into shop and buy 2 more fire scrolls because we need those, and then I do need a lava bucket to kill the villagers that aren't dying. There we go, the 3rd stack. Let's go ahead and place all the spawners in it, and there we go, we got our villager farm going. Let's go ahead, kill this stack down here because it doesn't need to be here, and already from the middle chunk, from 3 stacks, we've made 200,000. 260,000 now. That is actually insane how quick the money flows in with this. So now that we have that finished, I think that is good for now for the villager farm. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching today's episode of Minecraft Skyblock here on the Akuma MC server. Anyways, I will see you all next time. Peace out. If you enjoyed the content you were just watching, make sure to check out some more.